Hey, what's up guys? Ben Clark here for Adapt to Perform. Now, normally when we think about a muscle that's painful, we normally think about it's tight or it's knotty, but a tight muscle is actually a weak muscle. Strong, healthy muscle shouldn't be tight, it shouldn't be painful at all. However, a weak muscle would be tight and would be painful. Now, to counteract this, we do stuff like resistance training. We do bench press, we train our chest, we do lat pull downs, we do working our back. But when it comes to our neck, this isn't really something that's normally covered, because we think about doing those neck exercises, you might cause further injury. But there are some things that we can do to strengthen up that area and make sure that we're not getting tight, we're not throwing out our posture, and we're getting in a better health in that neck area overall. So I've got 4 little exercises that we're getting into, and this is going to isometrically strengthen that area. So I hope you enjoy. Alright then, so the first one we're going to do is what I think is probably the most important thing. Generally in day-to-day life, our head becomes forwards, and because of that, the muscles here become, somewhat shortened, and these ones here get lengthened because our head comes there, and that position there gets lengthened. So these become weak, and these are our neck flexors. So what we want to do is strengthen that up. So the way to do that, we can do that by isometrically. Okay. So what we do, we're going to push our chin in, like we're giving ourselves, several chins here. Tuck it in. We're going to push our hand, I'll do it with this hand so you can see, push our hand into the chin, and then we're going to try and sort of bring our head forwards while that chin's going down. So your resistance against it. Push it in, push down, and if you get it right, you should, start to shake in that. If you are shaking, then it's definitely weak. I'm shaking quite a bit. I'm just going to hold that position for about 30 seconds there, and what that's going to do is isometrically work it. So although the muscle's not moving, it's still working. Imagine like you're pushing a building, you're not going to move that building, but you still requires effort to try and do it, and that's an isometric exercise. So it's a really good way to do it without too much movement in that area, and when it comes to our neck, it's quite nice to do these things isometrically. Okay, so the neck doesn't just move in one direction, it also moves back into flexion. So on this one, I'll turn around to the side again for you. So the flexion is when it comes back like this. Now these ones are normally stronger, especially if you sat down, just because it's in that tightened position. They're getting worked quite often. So what we want to do is, but we still want to work it, we want to do it isometrically, so it's getting strength in there whilst we're getting strength in here, because otherwise we'll have the opposite problem. So we still want to make sure these are nice and strong. So instead of putting your hand in front of you this time, I'm going to hold it back. Just make sure you get in that position, hand on your back, and resist against it. You probably find that you don't get as much shaking this way because that muscle is a bit stronger, but it's important to keep the maintenance there. So keeping it strong, pushing against, and then just holding that for another 30 seconds, and then relaxing off. Cool, so as I said, the neck doesn't move just in one motion, it moves in multiple different ways. So the next one we're going to do is the rotation, okay? So we're going to do this in both directions. So it rotates this way and it rotates that way. So we need to be able to actually make sure that we're rotating properly. So what I like to do with this is make sure I've got that rotation. We're getting that head movement, and we go back one hand sort of on the side of our head here, whether you want it up here or whether you want it down here, that's absolutely fine. Just having it here, and you're going to just make sure you're doing that motion right, and then when you come in, hold that there, push against it, really. So what you're trying to do is push your head that way while your hands are resisting that, and you're going to get that isometric position there. Really push against it. If you're doing it right, you should start shaking because it's probably weak in that area like we discussed before, and then relaxing. So that's 30 seconds on that side. Try and get that movement right, and then on the last bit, go in, hold. You're going to hold that one for 30 seconds as well. Good. Alright then, so the last one is another one that I think that is normally quite tight, especially people in wheelchairs. Arms come up here, they get nice and tight. Well, not nice and tight, but they're coming up here, and they're getting weak. So, and that's the lateral flexion. So that's when our head goes to the side and to the other side, just like this. Okay, so we want to try and help prevent that. So we want to strengthen that up to make sure that it's not tight. So I like to go 1, 2, and the last one, keeping your head upright, but trying to push it over to, so you're pushing it into my hand here. So if my hand wasn't there, it would go down, but because my hand's here, it's not. Again, holding it for 30 seconds. And relaxing, just 30 seconds on each side. And on the other side, I like to go 1, 2, then the last one, hold it, 30 seconds on that side. And that's going to do these lateral flexors here, which is going to make those stronger and not make them tight. Alright then guys, so that's my little workout that we could do to help it, eliminate that neck pain that you might be experiencing. However, this alone will not be suffice to prevent pain in this sort of area. There's a lot of other supporting muscles in this area, whether it be that the chest, the deltoids, the rhomboids, the traps, lots of different muscles and that all work together to make sure that this area is stable, secure and that. So make sure that you watch some of my other videos, we're doing all those other sort of exercises, combining in, so, and especially stuff that's working on like our traps, our rhomboids, and those things are really going to help that neck health in the long term. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to know any more about this sort of stuff, just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to see all the other stuff that I make, and I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed that.